started dancing really, really young, 3 years of age, and I just remember putting the music on and I would just start moving. And the feelings that would then come over me were so amazing. It was like I just felt one with everything. When those lights would hit me, I would be like, oh, this is where I belong. But life had another plan for me. My name is Natasja Payne, and actually my maiden name is Edelman, and I was raised and born in the Netherlands. And I was born in Eindhoven in 1968, so I'm already 47 years old. I don't have actually the best memories of Holland. It was very difficult for me as a child. As you can see, I have pretty good meaty legs, right? And I was a good dancer and people could see that. My dance teacher could see that, and he encouraged me, and he looked beyond the physical because he could see the beauty that I could bring on stage. But there was one condition. Guess what? That condition was, well, we loved your dancing, Natasja, but you need to lose weight. Here I am as a 16-year-old, this big dream of being a dancer. So of course, I am going to do that. And it led down a very destructive path of anorexia, bulimia. The self-hatred, really, that's what it is. Anorexia is not accepting and loving for who you are and wanting to change the cards that were dealt to you. I thank God for those experiences. I probably chose to have these experiences so that I am sitting here now loving myself fully. There's some people that have that self-love right from the get-go. And then some of us, it takes a long time to build that up, you know, through different experiences, different, you know, phases of suffering in our life, to finally come to that conclusion that, you know what, in the end, no one really gives a shit. So I became to realize that life had a different plan for me. It was a struggle, and I know in my heart things shouldn't be a struggle. If you're destined to be a dancer, things just happen very naturally. And yes, you still have to work really hard, but I also knew that perhaps this is not necessarily the path I'm supposed to take. So I went to the gym, and I remember taking a class there, and I was like, wow, I could do that. I could see myself teaching a class like that. And that's how I shifted into fitness. I actually literally started getting panic attacks in the middle of class. Scariest things. I wanted to run out of there, but I couldn't. And I was like, why am I getting these? Why am I getting anxiety attacks? Why am I getting panic attacks? Something is trying to get my attention. And then I started to become a little bit more reflective and really notice what people are in my classes, what is going on when I'm teaching. And all these women, all that they're concerned about is how they look, what their body looks like, how much they can lift. They're there for hours in the gym, and suddenly I just got really sad. So sad. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm doing the same thing. I am only working on my physical body. What about the inner body? What about the inner being? What about that? What a missed opportunity. And it was like my soul was screaming out at me, wake up, wake up, wake up. So I started doing more yoga, and the yoga started to feed that inner part of myself. Around Christmas time, 2008, and she was just throwing out some ideas at me. She goes, well, why don't you open up a yoga studio in your home? And it was almost like my higher self was saying, yes, yes, finally, we hit the jackpot. I believe every obstacle is a opportunity for more self-discovery and growth. Just like the Buddha said, if he hadn't done the suffering, he would have never found enlightenment. I have been there. I have suffered. I have felt, despair. But I know that there's a way out. And when you come out of it at the other end, it is amazing. So we need the darkness. We need the suffering. So my sister was, and I see a lot of my sister in my older child, Savannah, my daughter, a go-getter, fireball. She did not let anyone stop her. She lived her life to the fullest. And then, of course, as you know, she was taken away from us tragically in 2002, a car accident. And she taught me that you don't know when your last day is on earth. We don't know, we have no guarantees. So do what you love to do. Don't wait for it. Just do it. Don't let fear stop you from doing the things you love. And I mean, it sounds bizarre when I tell people this. They look at me and they're like, really? But her death was actually the greatest gift that she's ever given me. Because if it wasn't for her passing and the pain that I endured and the suffering that I endured, I would not be sitting here in this very moment here, in this space. Would have not happened. It's definitely made me more spiritual. I never have looked at life the same way. I know how fragile life is and how precious life is. Well, the most courageous souls choose incarnation on earth to experience duality, to experience darkness, to experience light, to experience pain, but also to experience the highest bliss. And through these experiences, we can grow and transcend and reach that divine love. If you want to be a warrior, bear yourself open, take the chains off your hearts. It's okay to be weak. That takes courage. Most people don't want to go there. And yoga makes you go there. I was sitting on a beautiful veranda. I could hear the ocean. It was like 20 feet away. And I went into a deep meditation. And I was able to pull this energy up through my spine, up through the chakras. I could see them. And when that hit my heart opened, and I had my eyes closed, so these were visions. My heart opened and I could see these wings come out of the front of my chest, and these wings came out of the back, and the wings met each other. And in that space was the entire universe. I just knew it instantly. Wow. So much amazing, pure, divine love. There's no words to describe the feeling. They don't exist in this physical world to describe it, the feeling. But I instantly knew that everything that we know, the air we breathe, the molecules that we see, the fibers, the floor, me, you, the light, the plants, the birds are all imbued with this love. We are all part of this essence. Love is not to be found with another human being. We can share love with another human being, but that love is not coming from another human being. It is to be experienced through the self to the higher source. Sometimes when obstacles happen, there is a bigger reason for it that I might not be able to see right now, but will make sense maybe a year from now or maybe a few months from now. So that's the beautiful way of living this way. It's magic. Life is magic when you live from that place. Because every day something more amazing can happen when you're just open to it. It's very magical when you live from that place.
Learn how just a little bit of trust.